Hey everyone, hi. How is everyone doing today? I'm just checking that we're coming in live. I've still got a whirling thing on the left-hand side, although it says live on the camera itself. So let's see how you're all doing today. Okay, that's crazy. Gives me things to do right now when you're just going live. That's bonkers, absolutely bonkers. So I should live. Do say hello. Hey, hey, hey. And let me know where you're coming in from. And also, what time of day it is wherever you're coming in from. So that would be pretty cool. All right, good. I am live and I can hear myself. So join me today for Tuesday's training session with Sunny. And I hope that you will enjoy this new feature of our group. The group is starting to get really nice and active now, and it's probably because I'm starting to do things consistently. I'll be honest, I'm not always so consistent, but I do try and be consistent. And one of the things is that we've got some new members coming in. I love it that some of you have introduced yourselves. That's amazing. And I want this to be a community, a place where um, we are business owners. We are all in business. Or if you're not in business already and you're actually looking to create a new business, then this is a great place for you to come because not only will you get support from me, but we'll get support from each other as well. Because I don't know everything. And there are certain things that others in here know far better than I do, and will be able to help you with some of your issues as well. So if you've got any questions about your existing business, how to take it to the next level, or if you're just starting out in business and you want to find out, crikey, there's so many things that I have to do. Where do I start first? It's such a minefield of things that you have to do. So remember, if you're coming on live, do actually pop in below that you're here live and where you're coming in from. I would love to see who you are. Just put up a sunny emoticon. That'll be really nice. And then if you're coming in on the replay as well, let me know that you're on the replay, hashtag replay. And it'll be lovely to know that you're all here. So that's actually amazing. Now, today, this training session will be a regular session. So every Tuesday, I'm going to go live and I'm going to teach you something. Now, it could be something on Facebook, it might be something on one of the other social media platforms, it might be something on how to put your blog site together, it may be how to use one of the technical tools to keep us organized, like Trello. I absolutely love Trello. It's my newfound best friend, that's for sure. Absolutely love it. Just put down below if any of you use Trello and whether you want a training session on that. If you haven't heard of Trello, just ask about it. It really is phenomenal to keep you organized. Okay, so those of you that don't know me, my name is Sunny Love. I teach you how to create an online business that is a profitable online business. Now, whether you're in business already or whether you are an aspiring entrepreneur, then you are in the right place. I've got 30 years experience of teaching. I actually started an IT training company, gosh, about 25 years ago. And I had 30 staff working for me. They all went out, taught Microsoft products. And in those days, it was Word Perfect as well, and Corel Draw, and all of those sorts of things. Microsoft Certified Professional, and a teacher of adults also. So there's a little bit of background. Very successful company, multi-million dollar company, and I've sort of come full circle really. I'm doing what I absolutely love, which is to teach you how to get along in business. And don't we all need it right now? The world has definitely changed, and we definitely need it. So let me just see if anybody is on live at the moment. Um, let's just have a little looky see. Okay, so awesome. Now, today's topic is, does attraction marketing really work? That's a really big question, isn't it? So many of you have been told that you need to post up on your personal profile, your page, or in your groups regularly. And they need to be posts that are what we call attraction marketing. So they've got to be posts that are all of that is that we are all in business and we obviously want to sell our products or our services. So I don't want to be embarrassed about selling anything in here, although please don't keep spamming. There will be specific days for that, and I will request it under a particular post. So, so you've been told about this attraction marketing, and you know you're actually curating your posts, and you might be doing, say, like a quote. You've been told that quotes are good, questions are good, fill in the gaps are good. Um, maybe pictures of your life, you know what you're doing right now. It could be it could be even things like a story that you tell a story. I mean that's the big thing at the moment. I mean, sometimes I find that some of the stories are way, way, way too long. Um, as a scan reader, I have to get through them pretty quickly. But and then you've done all this, and you're thinking, oh, this is great. This will attract people to loving, liking, and commenting, and this will get more people to love, like, and comment. And you look at it, and it goes up, and you sit, and you look at it, and you wait, and there's no comments. 5 minutes later, and an hour later, there's still no comments. 2 hours later, there's still nothing. And you might get the odd like or the odd love, but it seems that at the moment, Facebook are making it harder and harder and harder for us to actually get any of our information out. So, what are we going to do about that? Well, there are a few things that you can do about that, and it doesn't need to take you long. Just a few minutes every day. 10 minutes is what I suggest that you do to make a difference. Now, the problem is that what happens is that you can listen to a lot of the trainers out there, and they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and they teach some good stuff. But what I found, learning from a lot of them myself, is that they miss a real key element. There's only a few people that I know that teach something similar to this, but they teach the fact that you've got to put your posts out, you've got to curate your posts. You've got to post out regularly. I mean, some of them say 3 times a day. I actually think you only need to post out once a day because otherwise your other posts will kind of knock out the first ones that you put on, but that's a whole another story. Um, but basically, they miss out this real crucial part of it. And I've been banging on about it for a few weeks now, and I've actually created a course about this. So if you want to, there's two things that you can do. You can actually go to my website, and you can actually go and have a look at these course notes. Now they're just written there. The course notes are on sunnylovelifestyle.com B208. So it's B208. All right. So just go and have a look. You can have a look at the course notes once this is actually finished. Hi, Karen. Lovely to see you here. Really lovely to see you. Thank you for coming along. I hope you got a bit warmer now in Australia, wherever you are now. Um, so so this particular element of it is the bit that I feel you need to do before you start posting anything. Um, up something, you've taken all that time, and then crickets, absolutely nothing, nada, zilch. Behind this, and that is all to do with the way that the system works. Now, the system works that when you post something, the 25 people that you've got out of all of your friends, let's say you've got 5,000 friends, Facebook decides to send that information to the most active 25 of your friends that you currently have on your friends list. Now, if those 25 mainly are not online, then Facebook says, well, this is not a very interesting post, so I'm not going to send it to anybody else. And they don't. They don't send it to anybody else. If you get a few comments, say like half of them commenting, then they might send it out to a few more. If you get all 25 that are commenting, loving, liking, then they'll send it out to another 25 to 50. And then those people will comment and they'll send it to more. Now, this all happens very quickly. And if nothing happens within the first hour or so, then it is unlikely that anything much is going to happen at all. Now, that is slightly dependent on who you have as your friends. I mean, if you post at a time, for instance, that is, I'm in the UK at the moment, and if you post, say, in the afternoon, then all of my Australian friends won't get to see it. So it's important that you post at the right time for your ideal audience. And I've just seen Rita. Hello, Rita. Hi, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Really lovely to see you. So what we're talking about today is how you can actually improve your business by doing attraction marketing. And the question is, does attraction marketing actually work? Well, the answer is yes, it does, as long as you get this bit that I'm going to tell you right first. So the what you actually need to be thinking about is one of the biggest problems that we have is that people are saying to you, you've got to get up to your 5,000 friends. 5,000 is your maximum, by the way. So you've got to get up to your 5,000 friends. Well, that's a big no-no right now because back in the old days when I first started social media marketing and I had a company that was a social media marketing company, what we were encouraged to do, and it was definitely the case, all those years ago, is that we were encouraged to get as many friends and followers as possible. So I got up to the 5,000 as quickly as possible. But now, like 10 years later, what you're finding is that having those 5,000 is very, very detrimental. Even 3,000 friends is very detrimental because you end up being in this queuing system, this waiting list of getting your posts out, and there's no way that 5,000 people are going to see your posts. So because there's this massive queuing system, Facebook works out who should see your posts first. Actually start looking at your friends and seeing who out of your friends are active or inactive. Right now, what that means is that over years of using Facebook, obviously things change. People perhaps move on to a different platform. They get fed up of Facebook. There are many reasons for that, which I won't go into right now, but there are many reasons for it. Now, they'll perhaps just use Facebook for their friends and family. Even if they have a business, they may not be using it for business. Even if they are your ideal client, they won't look at Facebook for particularly buying things. They want to look at Facebook for being entertained, to be amused, if you like. But how does that really help you? Well, we will talk about that as well. Now, having inactive friends on your list of friends, in fact, I'll tell you what to do, whether you're on the live or whether you're on the replay, just write down below if you know how many Facebook friends you've got. Okay, if you know how many you've got, write that down in the comments below. And out of those friends that you've got, actually tell me what percentage you actually really know and could possibly engage with. All right. Now, if you're a business owner, you will be using Facebook mainly for business purposes. If you're someone that's just jumped on Facebook and started a business, then you may have a lot of your friends and family on there as well, and you don't want to perhaps publicize your business. Now, you can use a page for that, yes, and Facebook encourage you to do that. But the problem with pages is that you'll hardly get anyone seeing anything unless you pay for your posts, so you boost them. So, as a new business owner, maybe you're not in a position to be able to do that. So we need to work out how we can use our personal profile. And I would say that if you are in business, actually explain to your friends and family that there will be some posts that I'll put up relating to my business. So not everything is about my personal life. Not everything is going to be about where I've visited, who I've had lunch with, who I've gone on holiday with. Sometimes it will be a business post but not an in your face business post. It's going to be something that will make people ask those questions. So, here's how you can actually look at your Facebook friends list and decide who is active or who's inactive. Now, there are a few clues, and I would say to you that if you've got a profile picture that is just the kind of outline, the silhouette, then that person has probably become inactive. Like I said, they may have gone off of Facebook, decided not to use it anymore. Or one of the things that I found sadly is that some people have passed away. Their family will have taken their profile pictures off and they will want to leave their profile live on Facebook so that they can look back on pictures, but it won't be an active Facebook profile. So be discerning in your choices. Look out for any profiles that have got dogs, cats, babies as their profile picture, because it could be that they might be false unless you absolutely know. I mean, I've got a few friends that do actually have a picture of their grandchildren or their children or their favorite cat. And because I know them and I love them dearly, then I keep them on as my friends. But generally speaking, if it's a dog, cat, baby, a mountain, or a logo, then don't even accept the friend request and actually get rid of them. If they've never been active with you and they're not active on Facebook, you can have a look at their profiles and see when the last time was that they were active. And I would say also use your intuition. Now, intuition really guided me because what I had to do is I had to go through 5,000 friends and I had to go through all of my lists of those friends and I had to look at them and I had to go, I suddenly got a feel for some. And I looked at them and I went, that one doesn't look as if it's active. That's odd. So I'd then click on the profile. So I wouldn't click on every single profile. So I'd click on the profile, I'd check, and they didn't have a post up since 2013. And that, my friends, that, my lovely business owners with style, is why your feed is not being seen. So do this as a little exercise. You don't have to do it all at once. And in fact, I wouldn't encourage you to do it all at once, especially those of you that have got lots and lots and lots of friends. I wouldn't do it all at once. There are apps that you can download as well. If you actually put in to the search on your search engine, um, Facebook Friends Remover en masse, then you'll probably come up with an app. And I can't tell you specifically what they are because you've all got different search engines. Okay. Now remember, I've got an amazing blog for you to look at. Now let me just check that I'm giving you the right one. So just bear with me for a second. So I'm going into my amazing tool, Trello. It's where I keep all my notes, all my links for everything. And I will actually put the link down below of the course notes for this. Okay. But if you want to go and check, I will also let you know what it is. Okay. So here we are, all my links. So my business related notes. All right, so this is going to be useful for you because, I'm talking to you and I'm telling you perhaps more than you'll find in the notes, but at least the notes will support what it is that you're trying to do. So all you have to do is go over to sunnylovelifestyle.com/B for brother or B for business 208, and you will find all of the notes for this particular training session there for you. All right, so let me give you some ideas of what you can do every day to actually get that interaction going. And this is a good tip for you as well. So first of all, before you put up a post, so don't put up a post at all. Hang on, I'm just going to show you. I have got, yes, I know. This is Poppy, and Poppy likes sitting on my seat, and she squishes up right behind me when I'm actually sitting on it. So I end up sitting slightly forward. But she's so cute. I can't send her off. Can I? Hey, can I? All right. So back to the live, back to you guys. All right. So the first thing to do is that when you want to put your post up, don't put it up until you've done this one thing. Set your timer and set it for 10 minutes. Then during that 10 minutes, go through your Facebook feed and make a comment on your friend's posts. So two things about that. Don't bother liking. Always do a love. because Facebook weirdly doesn't recognize the like. Always do a love heart, unless it's something sad, of course. And then we have to be appropriate in what we choose. But put a love heart and then make a comment. Okay, move on to the next one. Put a love heart, make a comment. All right, so when you do that for 10 minutes, you probably will get through maybe maybe 10 people, maybe 20 people. Now, depending on how serious you are about your business, you can extend the time to 30 minutes. But when you're starting out, maybe 10 minutes each time before you put a post up. And I would say maybe first thing in the morning. When do you find that people are most active, generally speaking, in your particular area? All right, so then you will love on their post and you will comment. Okay, now once you've loved and commented for about 10 minutes, then have your post ready and curated to put up on your personal profile. You then post that up. Now, the reason you do that after you've commented is that those people that you have commented on will see your comments and they may well come over to your feed and look at what you've been posting. Now, of course, at the very beginning, you won't see much of a difference. That's the truth. You won't see much of a difference. However, but it's like anything in business, you've got to do some stuff before you get results. And consistently every single day, then you will really start to make a difference, a huge difference. Now, I actually learned this from one of my online mentors, and I absolutely love, what he said. And when I first started doing it, it didn't really seem to make much difference at all. My engagement has definitely gone up. Not on every single post, but definitely on most posts that I put up now is I get far more engagement than I ever did before. So it's very important that you go over to those people's feeds and comment on them. All right, so this is not one of the tips, but what I would say to you is just an additional little thing I've thought of for you is that it's gone out of my head. What was I going to say? No, it's actually completely gone out of my head. So, all right, so let's go back. You're commenting on people's feeds. If you spend a bit of extra time, more than the 10 minutes, then you'll get more people that are likely to come over and engage with your posts. So, like I say, just to recap for you, loving is really important. I now know what I was going to say. There are several places that you can go and make comments. So, the first place, you've got your feed and you've got your friends that are posting. You can look at that. That's one place. Another place that you can go in an active participant in groups. Now, I would say to you, don't have too many groups at any one time. Groups that you're interested in, groups that maybe are your hobby, something like that. And go and participate. Be seen as a thought leader. Be seen as someone that has an opinion, that has something to say. And again, what will happen there is when you're posting in the groups, people will see that you're commenting regularly, and then they'll go, now, let me go and check out Karen. Let me go and see what she's posting about. Hi, Louise. Lovely to see you. So we've got a question here. Do you post business posts on your personal profile? Right, Louise, that's a really, really interesting question. The 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 base answer is no. Okay, so no, you don't want to overtly sell your products or your services. And I would definitely, definitely say do not post links on your personal profile. Facebook doesn't like it. They don't like it if you are trying to send people off of your Facebook profile anyway. However, there are ways around it. And one of the ways around this is that you post up about your business. And it's the 80-20 rule. 80% of your posts are going to be fun, they're going to be giving tips, they're going to be of interest, and then 20% of your posts are going to be about your business, business related. So it could be that you're doing a live in a group, that you've got a new blog post, that you've got a product that you want people to look at. But it's got to be more of a tip based thing that people can then say, oh yeah, tell me more about it. It could be a testimonial that you put up, for instance, and people will ask about more information. So, what line of business are you in, Louise? Just let me know. Same for you, Karen and Rita. Let me know what businesses you're in, and I will actually make some examples with those businesses as well as you guys are on live. So, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Now, Louise, I don't know if you heard, but there is actually course notes that support this live, and they are at sunnylovelifestyle.com/B for business 208. So just go along and grab that as well. Now, in addition, I've also given you a free guide. This is 25 ways to get noticed, loved, liked, and create engagement on Facebook. I can't go through the whole 25 in 1 half-hour session, but I will be giving you more and more information each week. So always be sure to come on to the training sessions with Sunny on a Tuesday. So that'll be pretty cool. Now, so tip number one, remember to comment on people's posts. So we've talked about going to groups on your feed. Also, you know how to get those annoying sponsored ads? Well, use them to your advantage. There's lots of people that comment on them. Make a comment on one of those sponsored ads, and people will see that you've made a comment. They'll come over to your Facebook feed and they'll come and see what you're putting up there. Pages, of course, as well. Visit your pages that you're really interested in and make a comment in those pages. And the more you do this regularly, the more you will get people coming over to your feed. They'll either be friending you, one thing, or they'll be commenting as well. All right, so I hope you're getting something out of this. All right, so Louise, you're careful about who you invite to your business page. I help mums who are social media professionals attract and retain clients. Great, great. Okay, well, look, it's actually, I think careful is sensible. Careful in the sense that you only want to have on your page or your profile people that are your potential clients, unless, of course, you're using it just for friends and family. But if you are in business, you are going to have to use your personal profile to attract people to your groups, to your page. And the same sort of thing applies to you want to do similar things there. Um, the mechanics as well, but basically, you want to find ways of moving people through a process so that ultimately they will want to work with you. Rather than begging people to work with you, you want people to come and like you, see what you're all about, see if there's a fit. It's important to see whether you are a fit. And you know what? Not everybody is going to like you, love you, or comment. And actually, it's just made me think of something. I had a comment from a lady yesterday. In fact, we were having some conversation, and she said to me that she didn't think that what she had to talk about, which was being a very centered, spiritual, um, uh, a deeper, a deeply connected person with source. Um, that was her thing. She wanted deeper conversations with people rather than putting up a funny meme or a funny video. And she said, no one's gonna engage on those. Well, I think that she was wrong. I do think that she was wrong. And I think she was wrong from this point of view, is that whatever you post up, someone somewhere will actually appreciate it. They'll get inspiration from it. Now, I know this to be a fact, and I'll tell you a very, very quick little story. Now, this particular story is about, I used to post up quite a lot of things about love and motivation and being more centered, in fact. And I used to post these things up and not get much engagement, really. I didn't know much about what I was doing then. And then one day I was sitting in a cafe in Australia when I was living in Australia. And this girl, she was waving at me crazy, crazy. Sunny, Sunny, she's going, Sunny. And I looked at her, I didn't recognize her, and she came running in. She gave me this almighty hug and she said, "Oh my God, Sunny, I can't believe I've met you." And I was going, what? No, she actually said to me, "You know what?" She said, "I love your posts." She said, I wake up every day and I want to see what you've posted." She said, your posts have really helped me this past year get through life. And I was taken aback, gobsmacked. She started crying. I started crying. But she had never, not once, ever commented, loved, or liked. So don't think that just because you're not always getting engagement, that people are not watching. So, be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. So I'm just going to have a look at some of the comments here. Okay, lovely to see you, Louise. Okay, great. Good. Any questions? Any questions at all? Just put them down in the comments below. All right, so tip number 2. Now, this is what I call LACE. LACE. That stands for locate, add, connect, engage. Now, of course, if you're going to go through your friends list, you're going to delete any of those friends that are inactive or that they look like fakies or scammers or something like that. So you want to then fill that hole. So you want to avoid a void. So you created the void by getting rid of the dead wood, as it were. Now avoid the void. So you want to locate, add, connect, and engage. Now, what that means is that you're going to find some new people. So look through where you can perhaps add a new friend. Now, the easiest place to go is if you put your Facebook on and you go to your home page on the left-hand side as you are looking at it. Maybe that's showing as the left. I'm not sure because I think it might get reversed. So go to the left-hand side as you are looking at your screen, and on there will say friends. Click on friends, and you will see any friend requests that come through, and also any suggested friends. So you can accept those friend requests if they look like someone that you want to actually connect with. But then um, you can also take the friend suggestions from Facebook. So, so Facebook will suggest friends based on your geographical location, common groups that you're in, common friends that you have, mutual friends that you have, pages that you both belong to. And you'll see you've got mutual friends. Now, I actually don't engage with people that I've got hundreds of mutual friends with. I usually take it to the under 50 mark because I don't want to be sort of engaging with someone that has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of my existing competitors, other trainers, etc., etc. So it's best to go for the under 50 mark. Now find something in common with them. Now, the worst thing is, you know how you've got that add friend button? You go click, 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 click. That's not going to work either. My suggestion to you is that you want to have connections that are more conscious and uh, more well-rounded. You want to find out about this person. You want to find out where they are, what they do. Do they have a business? Do they not have a business? What sort of business do they have? Are they interested in anti-aging skin creams? Are they interested in losing weight? What is it? What is your niche? What is it that you are trying to sell as a product or a service? So you want to actually have a conversation with them so you can find out more about them. And of course, go onto their feed and comment regularly as well, because you're going to create someone that starts to know, like, and trust you, that they want to buy off you, that they want to use your services rather than bombarding them with loads of posts or a link to your product or your service. So what you do is you locate them first of all, you then add them as a friend, and you connect with them immediately by sending them a message. And that message is a very, very simple message. It's just about being a human being and saying to them, hey, Facebook gave me you as a suggestion. I looked at your profile, thought you'd be a fun person to connect with. How are you? That's how you would start a conversation. If you went to a networking group, for instance, or you met someone at a party or an event or something like that, you would always go, "Yeah, how are you? Where do you live? Where do you come from? What do you do?" You know, all these are normal questions to ask. Now, if someone doesn't want to engage with you, then that's fine. Just move on to the next person. You can unfriend them later if you want to as well. So you've got some great opportunities there to engage with more people. Now, I would also say to you, Um, I'm going to give you just a few more little tips before I round this off, before I finish. So I hope you're getting something from this. And remember to go and download the course notes themselves at sunnylovelifestyle.com/B208. All right, that's all you need to do. And I will put the link in the comments below so that you can go there very quickly and easily. So finally, just to round this off, to recap, remember to actually tidy up your friends list. And then the next thing is to start adding friends and messaging those people straight away. Once you've done that, you can add them to a friend list. If you don't know what the friend list is, I'll teach you about that next week. And then my bonus tip, a couple of weeks, and you've engaged with them, say like 5 times, and they haven't engaged with you back, then they're obviously not interested. So unfriend them straight away. Treat conversation with them. And then if they choose not to be polite, and honestly, some people are very polite. Fortunately, it's the fewer rather than the many. Just unfriend them. Do not be attached to the outcome. Honestly, you do not be attached to the outcome. If they like you, that's great. If they don't, that's also great because you've got plenty of other people that will actually really like you for who you are and love you for your comments and your posts that you're putting through. Okay, so be sure to follow up on anyone that you do have a conversation with and you get to the point of sending them a link to your business. All right, so follow up with them. The power is always in the follow up. And at the end of the week, I would suggest that you go through your friend list again and perhaps you start taking out those friends that you engaged with a month ago who really are not engaging back with you at all. So I hope that's helped you. Remember to go download the course notes on sunnylovelifestyle.com/B208. So that's B for business 208. And you will also see that there is a beautiful freebie for you, 25 ways to get noticed, liked, loved, and create engagement on Facebook. I've been Sunny Love. This has been Tuesday's training session with Sunny, and I will see you again next week. So thank you for being here, and I will see you soon.